Okay, we're back with Philippe Til, and we're talking about The Natural Method, a book that he translated from the French language by George Hebert.
Yep.
And we went through the basic three movements with the arms, and then a front slit, back slit movement with the legs. And so now we're going to look at some of these basic movements that he would have used with some apparatus and different types of tools.
Absolutely.
So what are we going to play around with today?
Well, we're going to play around with actually similar moves that we already covered.
Okay.
Right? And we're just going to show you how adding exercise equipment either enhances your range of motion or enhances the muscular development. Now, it doesn't affect the benefits. If your benefit is to open up the thoracic cage or increase your shoulder mobility, you will still get all of those benefits. However, the results, depending on the resistance applied, will vary. For instance, you can do movements where resting against something allows you to increase the range of motion, but it reduces your muscular effort.
Okay.
By the same token, we can use a weight that makes the movement a little bit more difficult.
Right.
You're still opening that shoulder or that hip. However, you create more resistance, which, with repetition over time, creates a larger muscle.
Okay.
Muscular development like that.
And interestingly, too, behaviorally, some people just like stuff.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
As good as the body weight exercises are, whether it's Hebert or you know, or Lang or whatever, people like to hold stuff and use tools. So we have some tools here.
Exactly. So we're going to start with just a basic little band right here, right? We just looped it here, and it can be any kind of band you want. If I were to go into, for instance, my forward slit, right?
Right.
That we did earlier, and have my arm behind and this one arm up, I'm creating a greater stretch on my arm here.
Sure.
Same thing if I bring my arm up this way, I'm getting a nice elongation. I'm not working really hard. I'm essentially working gravity against the rubber band.
So I have a question.
Yes.
We know in historical systems they did a lot of spotting and working with partners. This would have been something that Hebert would have done with a facilitated partner extension?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. If you get into that position, for instance, right?
Okay, so
like the forward slit. So that's the backward. That's fine too.
Okay.
Either one. So I can make that harder on you by asking you to resist me, right? Applying a little bit of asymmetric pressure. Or I can support you here and ask you to relax, fall back more, and I'm pushing you into the movement. It becomes almost like a nice little ballet movement.
Right, and that, that's one of the benefits of the vintage systems was the teaching of people how to teach someone else. I mean, everyone in the room was being taught to be a teacher.
Yep.
And it was instead of just following, just do this, it's like, here's why, and now you must teach someone else.
Yep.
So anyway, partners can be substituted for the tools as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we had, an anchor right here, so I can simply bring my arm behind me. Now I'm applying resistance.
Right.
It's the same arm behind position. And now same thing here. Now I'm just walking into it. No effort, greater stretch.
But still using those same basic movements we laid out.
Same benefits. You can use, for instance, with a smart flex. So you remember the one arm up, one arm down when I told you got to look like a bow.
Right.
And imagine the string connecting
the line,
hands, right?
Okay.
So if I go simply, twist and pull activation right here. So I'm working hard,
right?
But behind, I'm creating that maximal line. And if you look at the angle on camera, from the range of motion, this is where my arm is going.
Yes.
Now, go ahead, hold on to it. With that smart flex, my arm doesn't go nearly as far.
Okay.
Right? Now I could also use a little dumbbell, and the weight's going to bring me back.
Right.
I like this even better with a kettlebell, because the kettlebell is going to be more like this, which is going to automatically create that greater stretch.
Gives you a little more tactile feedback, or a little more sensation.
And we had modular objects that we can carry with us, but we can also use fixed objects to get the same benefits. And
for people that don't know, this is a stall bar rack that would have come out of the Swedish system of gymnastics by Lang. This particular unit's made by the Souplace company, which is French for flexibility. Yes, okay. So if you have a rack or something like this, you can also use those same basic movements.
Yep.
Okay. Good. So those are some examples of how to use some tools and maybe some partner facilitation to get some different types of results.
Different results, same benefits.
Same benefits. Thank you.
Thank you.